What's going on, everyone? So we're still working on the Yoda build, but today we're going to actually start on the Vader build as well. We're going to start taking it apart, and we've got some stuff to cut on here with the Dremel and whatnot, so somewhat similar to the Yoda build, so I want to get that going and start getting some stuff painted there, because once stuff is painted, I can't do a whole lot with it till it's fully cured. Now to start the video, we've got a package in that should have the last of the parts that we need for the Vader build. We've got some UV red premix. That'll be the coolant we use. We may or may not use this, but I had to get it. It's on sale and it just fits the build perfectly. This is a shutoff valve that we can use to drain and fill the system, and it's by Dark Side, which is perfect. Now, I got the up to $100, so I got the free shipping, and I don't know if that is why some of this stuff is free, or if this stuff is just already free on their website, but they have several fans. I'm assuming these aren't going to be the best fans, but they were free, so I added them to the cart. One has blue LEDs, one has red. They're just 120 millimeter fans. But also they had 25 grams of thermal paste. Again, it might not be the best one, but this was completely free, so why not add it to the cart? I thought it was, I don't know, maybe some sort of glitch or something, but it showed up. So these were 60 cents. This actually got me over the hump to $100, so I could get the free shipping. These were like 65 cents a piece. I figured I could add these at least onto the RAM chips on the front here, nice and tall. I probably won't be able to do it on these ones because our control board will be there, but why not? Got them anyway. Also, we've got a 3-pin splitter. This actually looks like it could do 4-pin, but also works for 3-pin. So that we've got a lot of little fans going on in the water-cooled build there, so I'm going to just plug them all in here. It's just going to be on 5 volts, and it's just going to be an easy way to plug in. If I do end up using all the mini fans, the 40 millimeter, it will take up the whole side of this board, and then the other side we can put the giant fan, which I'm still sort of deciding if I want to do just a big window or not, but we will see. But yeah, that's what that's for. And I think the last thing here is a humongous radiator that I did not expect it to be quite that wide, but hopefully we can still get it to fit. It's by Alpha Cool. So this is a dual 40 millimeter, and the plan here was, you know, big fan blowing in on the top. Then we've got this one going out the back, which would just be exactly like the eyeball 360 pretty much. However, I wanted to add a second radiator at the top, but this one wouldn't really work. These would have to be like 90 degree, and yeah, it just makes the path very difficult. So I saw this one, and because of all the extra ports, I can just have it go in one end, and then the other end can go right back into the top of the reservoir if it's sitting over here. However, it is way thicker than I thought, so yeah, if I do use this one, I don't think I'd be able to fit any fans on there, so maybe, I don't know, we'll see. This would take up pretty much the entire space where the DVD drive would go, so yeah. This is the metal frame we will probably be using, since it already has a cutout perfect for this radiator in the back. There's some other stuff cut out here where the reservoir was on the stealth build, and a random sticker there, but if I do use this one, we probably wouldn't need to really cut out anything else, because there's already a grate here. We would just have to cut, like we did on the Yoda build, the top vent, cut a little bit of that out, as well as the hard drive, and just make a spot, you know, so that it can allow some airflow through there, because obviously the hard drive just has a tiny vent at the top, and the bottom of the shell is pretty much sealed off, but yeah, so I'm still using this without the board in it to map out exactly how we want to set this up. So in place of the disk drive bezel, you would see the reservoir, and obviously we'll get a UV LED to go in this light tube there, and that's what the UV red will react to, and you should be able to see that pretty cool through the little hole there. I'm not going to put, like on the Yoda build, we're putting the fan controller in place of the DVD drive bezel, and this one we'll probably just leave it open so you can see that. And then it would feed directly into the pump, have the pump pretty much exactly where we always put the pump. Go into a flow meter, which has a UV pinkish, red, orange propeller on the inside. Again, we'd put another UV LED there. And then this can go directly into this radiator, into this block, and then we'll still figure out if we want to go straight into the other block, or maybe we want to go into the first block from this, and then have it go through the radiator, other block, last radiator, something like that. We'll figure it out. Alright, so to get started on this, all we're going to really do today on this guy is fully take it apart, see what's going on the inside. We know it works and turns on and all that stuff, but yeah, let's see what's going on the inside. Like I said, I got this one from the same seller. I got the J-Tag, and that one was super clean. This one was pretty clean on the outside, although a lot of dust in those little vents there, but let's see what's going on. Alright, got this one mostly apart. Lots of just little dust and stuff. It's not terrible on the inside, but yeah, it's not like the other one that had some kind of gunk that spilled everywhere. It seems to be a little bit of something over here, but I mean, yeah, besides the dust, it looks pretty good. I see our mod chip over here with, starts to get a little sketchy when you see the wiring here compared to that Yoda RGH1.2 motherboard. But I mean, hey, it worked, and the guy had it for quite a long time, so yeah. Boy, that's a lot of crap there. But there might be something here that you might have noticed. I noticed as soon as I took the DVD drive out, I had thought they maybe cut the heatsink to a shorter length, but then I took the fan tunnel off, and as you can see, they just put it on sideways. That's pretty questionable. Now, the fan was hooked up to 12 volts, which probably made up for the difference in cooling for this heatsink being incorrect. So, yeah, that's a new one. But anyway, I could take the rest of the screws out, take our heat sinks off, and clean up the whole motherboard. Double check some of these solder points here. I mean, as long as I don't tug them or anything, they should be fine if they already work. And then we can start mapping out all of this stuff here. So that's as far as we're going to go right now. I'm not going to really show in either of these builds a lot of the, just me cleaning stuff up, and a lot of the wiring and stuff like that I've already shown as well. Now on this one, we're going to do the same thing. There's no DVD drive, right? So we're going to splice into this guy. We can have 5 volts and 12 volts we can pull from there. I might still solder on my own 3-pin down here, just for the pump, and maybe we could use a splitter and hook up the top fan to it as well, or something like that. And yeah, otherwise, this is pretty much how we kind of want to map it out. So I got a lot of hardware to get as well. Like I said, screws for, well, for one, our single piece GPU CPU heatsink in our ruby red. I need more of those screws. I'm not sure if I have all the hardware to mount these water blocks, so I just got to find stuff in my bins that work and go get more of those bolts. So that's where we are at. But yeah, anyway, we got these fans mounted on the Yoda. Got pretty much everything else in. Like I said, I just now need to put this fan over a side panel, trace out where we need to cut that, and paint it. We do have the one side panel here. I'm waiting on a decal I want to put over here, and then I want to clear coat everything with the whatchamacallit, triple thick glaze lacquer we're going to use. So yeah, Anyway, our tables are back to being a disaster, which is how I prefer it. So, look forward to more parts of these two builds, and I'll see you in the next video.